Hello, everyone. Most people fail to achieve their goals not because they lack effort, but because they lack clarity. Clarity creates power, and power fuels action. When you don't have a clear, specific goal, your mind doesn't know what to focus on. It's like getting into a car and just driving without a destination. You might move, but you won't get anywhere meaningful. The difference between people who achieve extraordinary success and those who struggle isn't just talent or resources. It's that successful people have absolute clarity about what they want, why they want it, and how they will get there. Vague goals create vague results. If someone says, I want to lose weight, that's a wish, not a goal. But if they say, I will lose 20 pounds in the next 3 months by following a strict meal plan and working out 5 times a week, that's a clear, measurable target. The brain needs precision to activate its full potential. Your subconscious mind works like a GPS, but it can only guide you if you program a specific address. If you input a random location, you'll end up lost. That's what happens when people set broad, non-specific goals. Clarity also eliminates overwhelm. One of the biggest reasons people procrastinate or give up is because their goals feel too big or too abstract. When you define exactly what you want and break it down into small, actionable steps, it becomes manageable. If someone wants to start a business, saying, I want to be my own boss is not enough. But saying, I will launch an online coaching business and enroll my first 10 clients within 90 days makes it real. Now the brain starts looking for ways to make it happen. Another critical element of clarity is emotional intensity. A goal without a strong emotional attachment is just a nice idea. The reason most New Year's resolutions fail is that people set them based on logic, not passion. If there's no deep emotional connection to the goal, there's no urgency to follow through. The key is to get crystal clear, not just on what you want, but why you want it. If someone says they want to make $1 million, that's great, but why? If their reason is, I want financial freedom so I can take care of my family, give my children the best education, and never worry about money again, that's a powerful driver. The stronger the why, the stronger the commitment. Clarity also speeds up decision-making. The more specific you are about your goals, the easier it becomes to filter out distractions and focus on what truly matters. Every day we're bombarded with endless choices. Without clarity, it's easy to waste time on things that don't align with our ultimate vision. But when you have a well-defined goal, you automatically start saying no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what moves you forward. Successful people don't just set goals, they define them in precise detail. They know exactly what they want, they visualize it constantly, and they align their daily actions with that vision. If you study the top athletes, entrepreneurs, or performers in any field, you'll notice that they all have a crystal clear image of their success long before they achieve it. They don't just hope to win, they see themselves winning before it happens. Clarity is the foundation of confidence. When you know exactly what you want and how to get there, fear loses its grip. Most fear comes from uncertainty, but when you have a clear path, you reduce doubt and hesitation. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, you stay focused on making progress. Many people say they want success, but few take the time to define what success actually means to them. Without clarity, they chase vague ideas of happiness, wealth, or achievement, but never feel fulfilled because they don't have a concrete destination. When you decide exactly what you want, why you want it, how you'll get it, you stop drifting and start driving toward real, measurable results. Most people fail to achieve their goals not because they lack the ability, but because their reasons for pursuing them aren't strong enough. When a goal is just a preference or nice to have, it's easy to make excuses. People say they want to get in shape, start a business, or improve their relationships, but when challenges arise, they hesitate, procrastinate, or quit. The real difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the emotional intensity behind their goals. If the reason for achieving something isn't bigger than the excuses that come up along the way, the goal will never be realized. Human beings are driven by pain and pleasure. They move toward what they desire and away from what they fear. But when the pain of staying the same isn't greater than the pain of change, people remain stuck. That's why so many people stay in unfulfilling jobs, unhealthy relationships, or bad habits. They say they want something better, but deep down, they haven't associated enough pain with their current situation to push themselves forward. Real transformation happens when staying the same becomes more painful than taking action. When someone reaches the point where they say, I can't live like this anymore, that's when they break through. The key to eliminating excuses is to make your goal a must instead of a should. When something is a should, it's optional. People say, I should eat healthier or I should wake up earlier. But that language leaves room for negotiation. A must is non-negotiable. When a mother sees her child in danger, she doesn't hesitate. She doesn't debate whether she should act. She just does. That's the power of a must. When you treat your goals as musts, you eliminate the mental chatter that slows you down. You don't wait for the perfect moment or the right motivation. You take action because there is no other option. Most people never reach this level of commitment because they don't have a strong enough why. A why is the emotional fuel that drives action. If someone wants to make more money, but their reason is vague, like I just want to be rich, they won't sustain the effort needed to succeed. But if their why is powerful, like wanting to provide financial security for their family, retire their parents, or escape poverty, that emotional intensity will push them through any obstacle. When the why is clear, the how becomes easier. Excuses come from uncertainty, fear, and comfort. The brain is wired to seek the familiar and avoid risk. When someone sets a big goal, fear kicks in. They start thinking about everything that could go wrong, all the sacrifices they might have to make, and all the ways they might fail. That's when the mind creates excuses to protect them from discomfort. But when the why is bigger than the fear, the excuses lose their power. Someone who is deeply committed will push past exhaustion, rejection, and temporary setbacks because quitting is not an option. Shifting from a should to a must requires a change in identity. People act in alignment with who they believe they are. Someone who sees themselves as a fit, disciplined person doesn't struggle with going to the gym, just part of who they are. Someone who sees themselves as a leader doesn't hesitate to take action. They make decisions with confidence. To achieve any goal, the identity must match the outcome. It's not about forcing willpower every day. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally does what's required. People who achieve massive success all have one thing in common. Their reason for succeeding is bigger than their reason for quitting. They don't let temporary discomfort stop them because they are emotionally invested in the outcome. They understand that every excuse is just a story they tell themselves to justify inaction. Instead of letting fear dictate their choices, they focus on their purpose, their mission, and their vision. When the reason for achieving a goal is powerful enough, nothing can stand in the way. Most people think success is about having the perfect plan, the right timing, or a stroke of luck. But in reality, the key to achieving any goal faster is taking massive, consistent action. Knowledge without action is useless. Someone can read all the books, attend all the seminars, and learn every strategy, but if they don't apply what they know, nothing changes. The real winners in life are not the ones who know the most, but the ones who execute the most. They don't wait until they feel ready. They don't wait for permission. They take action now, adjust along the way, and keep pushing forward. Most people hesitate because they are afraid to make mistakes. They overanalyze, second-guess themselves, and wait for the perfect conditions. But perfection is an illusion. Waiting until everything is just right is the fastest way to stay stuck. Those who achieve success at the highest level understand that progress beats perfection every time. Taking messy action is better than taking no action. Every step forward, even if imperfect, creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence, and confidence fuels even greater action. Massive action is not about working harder for the sake of working. It's about taking strategic, relentless action toward a specific goal. Small, occasional efforts won't create breakthroughs. It's like pushing a heavy object. If you push once and stop, nothing moves. But if you keep pushing with intensity, eventually the object starts rolling. And once it gains momentum, it becomes unstoppable. The same applies to achieving any goal. The effort must be consistent, and it must be big enough to force progress. Most people take action only when they feel motivated. That's why they fail. Motivation is unreliable because it comes and goes. Those who succeed at the highest level don't wait until they feel like doing something. They condition themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. They don't negotiate with themselves about whether they should follow through. They make execution a habit. Just like brushing teeth or taking a shower, action becomes part of who they are. One of the biggest reasons people don't take massive action is fear of failure. They worry about looking bad, making mistakes, or not getting results fast enough. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person has failed more times than most people have even tried. The only real failure is quitting. Everything else is just learning and adjusting. Instead of avoiding failure, the fastest way to success is to fail faster, learn quicker, and keep going. Taking massive action doesn't mean working hard on the wrong things. It's about focusing on high-impact activities that move the needle. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. They spend hours planning, researching, or perfecting small details, but they don't actually do the work that matters. The most successful people identify the 20% of actions that produce 80% of the results and double down on those. They don't just work hard, they work smart. Another key to massive action is speed. Speed eliminates doubt and builds momentum. When an opportunity arises, most people hesitate, thinking they need more preparation. The top performers act immediately. They know that taking quick action gives them an advantage over those who wait. By the time others are still thinking about it, they have already taken steps forward. Speed also creates energy. When decisions are made fast and actions are taken quickly, it generates excitement and motivation, making it easier to keep going. Successful people never rely on a single approach. If something doesn't work, they don't give up. They adjust and try another way. They test, adapt, and refine their strategies until they find what works. They don't see obstacles as roadblocks. They see them as feedback. Every challenge is an opportunity to improve, and every setback is a setup for a comeback. The key is to stay committed to the outcome while remaining flexible in the approach. Those who take massive, consistent action don't hope for results. They make results inevitable. They don't let emotions, excuses, or temporary failures stop them. They push forward with relentless determination, knowing that every action they take brings them closer to their goal. The secret to success is not waiting for the perfect time, not overthinking, and not hesitating. It's about taking bold action, staying consistent, and never stopping until the goal is achieved. Success is not just about strategy, resources, or external circumstances. It is about mindset. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary results and those who struggle is not their intelligence or talent. It is their psychology. Every action, decision, and habit is driven by beliefs, emotions, and thought patterns. If someone does not control their mind will control them. Most people fail not because they do not know what to do, but because they do not believe they can do it. They let doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs hold them back. The truth is that success is 80% psychology and only 20% strategy. Many people think if they just had the right plan or resources, they would succeed. But countless people have access to the best strategies and still fail because they are stuck in a mindset of fear, procrastination, and self-doubt. On the other hand, people who succeed at the highest level often start with fewer advantages but have an unstoppable belief in themselves. They take action despite uncertainty, figure things out along the way, and refuse to let setbacks define them. They condition their minds to focus on solutions instead of problems, possibilities instead of limitations, and growth instead of excuses. Beliefs shape reality. If someone believes they are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable, they will find ways to confirm those beliefs. Their actions will reflect their expectations. If they believe they can succeed no matter what, they will find solutions, take risks, and push through obstacles. The mind is like a thermostat. If it is set to a certain level of success, income, or happiness, it will always return to that level unless it is intentionally reset. That is why many people achieve short-term success and then sabotage themselves. Their internal thermostat is still set at a lower level, so they unconsciously pull themselves back to where they are comfortable. The only way to change external results permanently is to rewire the internal mindset. Fear is the number one killer of success. It stops people from taking action, keeps them stuck in bad situations, and prevents them from reaching their potential. But fear is an illusion. It is just a story the mind tells to protect itself from discomfort. The people who achieve massive success are not fearless. They simply act despite fear. They reframe fear as excitement, a sign of growth, and proof that they are stepping outside their comfort zone. They train their minds to associate fear with progress rather than paralysis. Successful people take control of their emotions instead of letting their emotions control them. Most people let their feelings dictate their actions. If they do not feel motivated, they do not take action. If they feel uncertain, they hesitate. But the best performers understand that emotions are created by focus, language, and physiology. If they want to feel confident, they stand tall, breathe deeply, and speak with certainty. If they want to feel unstoppable, they move with energy, focus on empowering thoughts, and use powerful language. They do not wait to feel a certain way before taking action. They take action to create the feelings they want. Most people's psychology is shaped by their environment. They surround themselves with negative influences, consume disempowering media, and listen to people who reinforce their limitations. The most successful individuals are intentional about what they feed their minds. They surround themselves with people who challenge and inspire them. They read books, listen to mentors, and immerse themselves in growth-oriented environments. They understand that success is not just about what they do, it is about who they become. No strategy will work without the right mindset. Two people can have the same plan, resources, and opportunities, but the one with the stronger psychology will always win. The person who believes in themselves, manages their emotions, and takes action regardless of fear will outperform the one who hesitates, doubts, and overthinks. The greatest breakthroughs come from shifts in psychology. When someone changes the way they think, everything else follows. If someone wants to achieve success faster, they must first master their mindset, because that is where all success begins. Every person's life is a direct reflection of the standards they set for themselves. People don't get what they wish for, they get what they tolerate. The difference between those who succeed at the highest level and those who struggle isn't luck, intelligence, or talent. It's the level at which they refuse to settle. The moment someone raises their standards, their entire life begins to change. It's not about hoping things will get better. It's about deciding that nothing less than excellence will be accepted. Most people don't lack goals or dreams. They want to be fit, financially free, and fulfilled. But wanting something and committing to it at a deep level are two completely different things. A wish is something someone would like to have. A standard is something they will not live without. The moment a goal shifts from being a preference to being a must, everything changes. A person who says, I should work out, will skip the gym when they're tired. But someone who says, I don't miss workouts no matter what, will show up regardless of circumstances. Their identity is tied to their standard, and their actions reflect that. People's lives are shaped by the standards they unconsciously set for themselves. Someone who tolerates being in unhealthy relationships will always find themselves in one. Someone who tolerates financial struggle will never rise above it. Someone who tolerates being out of shape will continue to make choices that reinforce that reality. The only way to create lasting change is to raise what is considered acceptable. When the standard rises, so do the actions, and so do the results. The power of standards is evident in every area of life. Look at top performers in any field. They don't just work hard when they feel like it. They don't practice occasionally. They live by a set of principles that demand more from them than the average person is willing to give. That's why they achieve what others don't. The moment someone commits to a higher standard and aligns their actions with it, they begin to separate themselves from the crowd. Changing standards starts with changing identity. People act in accordance with who they believe they are. If someone sees themselves as a disciplined person, they don't struggle with taking action. They do what's necessary because it's part of their nature. But if they see themselves as someone who always procrastinates, they will continue to put things off no matter how badly they want to change. The key is to shift identity first. Instead of saying, I want to be more productive, it's about saying, I am a productive person. Instead of saying, I want to be healthy, it's about saying, I am someone who prioritizes health. When identity changes, behavior follows. Raising standards requires eliminating excuses. Most people justify their lack of action by blaming circumstances. They say, they don't have enough time, money, or support. But those who achieve massive success don't allow excuses to dictate their outcomes. They take full responsibility for their results and find a way no matter what. The moment someone stops accepting their own excuses, their life changes. One of the fastest ways to elevate standards is to change the environment. People become like those they spend the most time with. If someone is surrounded by people who tolerate mediocrity, they will unconsciously adopt the same standards. But if they immerse themselves in an environment where excellence is the norm, they will naturally rise to that level. This is why the most successful people are intentional about who they associate with. They seek out mentors, coaches, and peers who challenge them to be better. When someone raises their standards and backs it up with consistent action, transformation happens. They start demanding more from themselves. They stop settling for average. They refuse to accept anything less than what they know they are capable of. That shift in mindset creates a ripple effect. It changes the way they think, act, and show up in the world. The results don't come overnight, but the moment someone makes the decision to never go back to their old ways, they set a new trajectory for their life. The key is to make excellence non-negotiable and live by that commitment every single day. The fastest way to achieve any goal is to model those who have already succeeded. Success leaves clues, and the people who reach the highest levels in any field are not lucky. They follow patterns, habits, and strategies that consistently produce results. Most people try to figure everything out on their own, making mistakes that could have been avoided by simply learning from those who have already walked the path. Instead of reinventing the wheel, the smartest way to succeed is to find someone who has already done what you want to do and model their mindset, behaviors, and strategies. Many people believe success is about working harder, but hard work alone is not enough. There are people who work extremely hard and still struggle because they are using the wrong approach. Success is not just about effort. It is about effectiveness. Those who achieve at the highest levels do things differently. They think differently, make decisions differently, and take action differently. By studying their patterns, it becomes possible to fast-track results instead of wasting years through trial and error. Modeling is the foundation of all human learning. From childhood, people learn by watching others. They pick up language, behaviors, and habits by observing those around them. And so, the same principle applies to success. If someone wants to master a skill, they can study those who have already mastered it. If they want financial success, they can analyze the decisions and habits of those who have built wealth. If they want to improve their health, they can follow the routines of those who are already fit and strong. The key is to find the right model, someone who has proven results, and replicate their approach. The best way to model success is to break it down into 3 key areas: beliefs, strategies, and actions. First, beliefs drive everything. Successful people have a different mindset. They believe in possibilities, take responsibility for their outcomes, and refuse to accept limitations. If someone models only the actions of a successful person, but still holds limiting beliefs, they will struggle to get the same results. Adopting empowering beliefs is the first step. Second, successful people follow proven strategies. They don't just work randomly. They have specific methods that produce consistent results. Whether in business, health, relationships, or personal growth, there are patterns that lead to success. By studying these strategies, anyone can apply them to their own life. Instead of guessing, they can follow a roadmap that has already been tested. Third, actions separate those who succeed from those who don't. Knowing what to do is not enough. Execution is everything. The best models are not just people who have succeeded, but people who have sustained success over time. They don't just take action once, they build habits that create long-term results. By copying their daily routines, work ethic, and decision-making process, anyone can accelerate their progress. Finding the right mentor or role model is critical. Not all advice is equal, and not all successful people are good to model. The best mentors are those who have consistently achieved results in the specific area you want to improve. Someone might be successful in business but struggle with health or relationships. The key is to model the right person for the right goal. In today's world, there is more access to successful models than ever before. Books, interviews, podcasts, and online courses provide direct insights from the best in any field. Learning from these sources allows anyone to adopt the mindset, strategies, and habits of top performers. However, learning is not enough. Applying what is learned is what creates transformation. The most successful people don't just consume knowledge, they take immediate action. When someone commits to modeling success, they cut years off their learning curve. They avoid unnecessary failures, make smarter decisions, and achieve their goals faster. Success is not random, it follows patterns. By finding those patterns and applying them with consistency, anyone can create extraordinary results in their life. The secret is to stop trying to do everything alone and start learning from those who have already mastered what you want to achieve.